Welcome to our third practice in this mini yin series. Today we are working with the fire element. The fire element relates to our third chakra, which is our solar plexus chakra, and it relates to our personal power, so our inner strength, inner wisdom, and our confidence. And the color that is related to fire and this Manipura chakra is yellow. So in today's practice, we are working with the heart and small intestine meridians. So there are going to be a couple of twists in today's practice. It's a lot to do with our digestive area. And today you may need a bolster or a stack of pillows just for one of our postures today. So make sure you have bolster or something of that description to hand. We're going to start really gently today and just come to a seated position and take a few moments of quiet together. So when you're ready, finding your comfortable seat, relaxing your hands in your lap or on your knees or your thighs. Let's keep the eyes open, but just rest them onto maybe something on the floor. Soften your focus. Take a breath in through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. Wonderful. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more full breath in. And as you exhale, close off the eyes. Settle into your seat. Bringing your attention to the base of the spine. And as you inhale, grow tall through the spine, through the lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, all the way to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, watching that energy travel down, back to the base of the spine. Just take a few moments here to watch that energy flowing smoothly up and down the spine. See if we can match the length of our inhalation to match the length of the exhalation. Allowing this moment just to check in with how you feel. Maybe making a little commitment to ourselves to stay present within this practice today. So we're going to make our way to child's pose here. So keeping the eyes closed, find your way into a child's pose. So big toes touch, forehead rests onto the earth or onto a prop. Just give yourself a few moments to settle here, feeling safe and supported. So this child's pose is just a nice restful pose before we get into the more challenging postures. So take this opportunity to really feel safe where you are, feel the support of the earth. And then taking your time, come up to seated and we'll set up for the first posture. So our first posture, we're going to be using our bolsters or pillows or blocks. And we're going to be bringing the bolster a long ways. Bring it right up to the back of the spine, so like right up to the base. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees butterfly out. You can always prop up here with blocks. And then you're going to come back onto the bolster like so. So option to come down like this. If this feels too intense already, you can maybe use a block just to prop up the head of the bolster, so you can take out intensity by raising it up like so, and that takes it out of it a little bit. But see how you go. Let's take a moment to kind of get ourselves set up. So most important thing, that either the pillows or the bolster is really supporting into the lower back. Arms can rest out by the sides. I would recommend having the palms shining up. And then let's settle in here. Having yourself a few breaths just to really feel the support. Feeling how solid and stable they are and knowing that you can trust them. And in this posture, you really start to feel that solar plexus chakra. As you breathe in to that space. And as you breathe out worries, doubts, fears. So people that are dominant in the fire element, more fire type people, tend to be very intuitive. They're confident, and they have that real sense of personal power. But if our fire energy is kind of out of balance, maybe we have too much fire, we have the ego kind of showing off. Or if we have too little fire, that's when we feel like we don't have our personal power. We're not very confident. So if any of that resonates with you, just know that this practice will help balance your fire element. And yin is a wonderful way to do it. Be taking a moment just to check in that we're not holding on to anything, holding anything up or resisting. Allow yourself to fully give in to gravity. For some of us, maybe we'd like to take the arms overhead, maybe grab opposite elbows if you'd like more opening, possibly through the side body, maybe to intensify a little. Checking in with our extremities, making sure that they're not beginning to clench, resist. Allow yourself to feel whatever you feel and know what you know. Starting to awaken and balance that sense of inner power. Notice what emotions may begin to surface in this posture. Maybe with the front side and the heart space feeling so open, there's a vulnerability to it. You'll be okay. Breathe through it. Let's take one more breath. And a sigh. And then gently and slowly you're going to come off the bolster. So maybe just moving to one side, rolling it out from behind you, or come up, roll it across, and then come onto the back, lengthening out the legs. Let's bring the hands at the center on our solar plexus, keeping the eyes closed. Notice how you feel. Maybe feeling a slight warmth radiating from our center as we gently awaken that fire element. Taking this pose as a rebound, just allowing our spine to come back to neutral. Now we're going to move on to our next posture. So slowly coming up to seated. We're going to lengthen the legs out in front. We're going to take caterpillar pose. So relaxing through the feet, really relax your legs. And for this one, we're just going to round forward. So if you'd like to have a prop, maybe like this for some of us. Maybe some of us will have it like this. Maybe you'd like to go no props. And just allow yourself to round forward. Chin kind of tucks in. Just make sure that you're really letting go of the weight of the head. Give yourself a moment to settle in. And then bring yourself to stillness. Checking with the arms and legs that they're not habitually maybe moving into a yang style practice. See if you can relax through the thighs, the knees, all the way down to the feet. Drop the shoulders, the elbows, letting go of any gripping in the hands. So feeling into the back of the body. Allowing muscles to completely relax. So we work into the fascia, that deeper layer of our body. And also in this quiet and still space, we can work into that subtle body, the energetic body that can't be seen, can't be touched, but we can feel it. We just need a little bit of space and quiet to go inward. So for some of us, this pose might start to get a little intense. Just know that as long as you remain relaxed, it should never feel injurious or sharp. A wonderful place to close the eyes and explore that internal world. We live in a world where the outside world seems so much more appealing. shiny lights, pretty things. And that's great and all, but sometimes it's nice to go inward and just realize that there is so much interesting things going on within you. And it's a wonderful place to uncover our intuition. Our intuition for ourselves and the people around us, knowing exactly what to do, knowing that it's right. You can't explain why. There's no logic. But you just feel it. And we are very, very emotional beings, and it's very hard to put logic through an emotional being. So allow yourself to feel what you feel and know what you know. No need to analyze it or put it into words. Let's take one more breath here. And then slowly and quietly coming back to lie on the back. Hands onto the center of the body. Soften the back of the body into the earth. So it's nice to do these more grounding earth style postures to rebound from a fire practice. So earth is the direct opposite to fire, and water is the direct opposite to air. So earth is all to do with having, and fire is to do with knowing. Water is feeling, air is thinking. So you can see how they kind of work in a partnership together. Wonderful. From here, let's bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Our next posture is going to be twisted roots. You don't have to do the full leg twist if you want. You can always uncross the legs at any point. So we're going to step our left foot over the right. So have your thighs crossed over. And then taking the arms out into a cactus shape or a T shape if you've got enough space. From here, slightly nudge your hips over to the left and then allow the knees to drop over to the right. So yeah, if that leg crosses too much, totally uncross them and just stack the knees one on top of the other. Otherwise, twisted roots. Allow your shoulders to settle back. Bringing that attention to the center of the body. And we're going to take equal time on both sides. So this is a slightly stronger posture, so make sure the fingers and toes are relaxed. And then settle in. Every exhale, surrendering to the posture and the practice. Notice if the muscles around the waist want to grip and hold on and protect your center. Just see what happens if you let go there. Let's take one more breath. And let it go. Slowly bring your legs back through center. Let's bring both soles of feet onto the mat just for a moment and just feel how you feel on that side. And then moving on to the opposite side. So right foot steps across, cross at the thighs. Nudge your hips to the right and then allow the knees to fall to the left. And just see how you feel on this side. Maybe you've got one side that doesn't want to rotate as much as the other. That's okay. So softening through our center and allowing that to radiate out to the fingers and the toes. Maybe visualizing the color yellow spreading throughout the body. Let's take one more breath here. And then come back through center. And then resting into Shavasana. So however you would like to take the shape of Shavasana today. Get comfy, maybe grab a blanket or pop on some socks. Fall back in space. So just like the other practices, I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana and just read you a couple of affirmations. Maybe one or two of them might resonate with you. And yes, I highly encourage you to journal after this practice. I make my own decisions with confidence and conviction. I am my authentic self. I use my power for good. I release the need to control. Everything I need, I have within me. Thank you for joining me for this practice, and I'll see you next time.